Welcome to Lost Culture, the one-stop destination for everything pop culture. My name is Aston, and today we're going to do a review and a recap for Atlanta Season 1, Episode 5, Nobody Beats the Biebs. So, on this episode, we got a lot of shenanigans going on. We see Darius not really hanging out with the main crew, so this episode really focuses on Vern. Not Vern, but on Earn and Paperboy this whole episode. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to knock out Darius' storyline. So this episode, we can see Darius is at the house. He's like kind of asleep. We see we hear dogs are barking and everything, and we see he get pretty annoyed. I thought he might like we see it the fitted on that says art. So I thought when he had the little tube, and normally people hold like blueprints or like art designs in there, that he maybe has some type of art in there. Maybe do some type of artist. You know, he is really like kind of out there, so maybe he does art and stuff. But when we used to get to the gun range, we actually find out what it was for. He's actually holding like a mannequin, not a mannequin, but an outline of a dog on there. I knew there was gonna be some issues as soon as he had posted it up. When I saw the dog, I was like, oh my god, he about to get ran out of this place. So he runs up, he does it anyway. You know, he starts shooting. He's shooting everywhere. He's not even like a good shot. He's just randomly shooting, hitting like white. He's hitting black, whatever. And we see other people around him gets upset. Like we see the black ladies are looking at him, like the other white dudes looking at him, and he's just like shooting. Like we knew it was gonna be an issue. Like we know like the stereotype that they care more about dogs than they do humans. So when like he actually gets confronted by a group of people about him doing this, and we see like they're like Arab. They come up and they kind of defend Darius. It's pretty funny. He brings up all the racist stuff, like, oh, you in here shooting at the Mexican with the knife, and all the other like racist things he had up. And then he starts talking about, oh, an uprising is gonna come from within the United States. And Darius kind of looking like, hold up. He was with him for a minute, like, oh, all this stuff that they do is pretty messed up. But once he starts doing this, and he makes a good point, like, why is it so natural for you guys to shoot like mannequins of humans, but it's abnormal to shoot a dog? So he made a good point with that, and it was pretty funny though when the Arabians came in and the Arabs came in and started helping them. And that's really all we have for Darius. We see he gets ran out, and that's all he is. Then he asks him for his poster back, and obviously he wasn't able to give it back to him. He just got kicked out for it. So I don't think it was that big of a deal, but we know how they feel about it. So let's just move on to Paperboy and Earn. So this episode, we see Paperboy kind of playing a local celebrity game. We see Lloyd's in there. Who else do we see? Who else is there that we saw in there? We saw Lloyd. There's supposed to be Justin Bieber. We seen, I can't even remember everybody we seen. But we seen that. We seen Earn actually because he's an agent, he's kind of get mistaken for somebody named Alonzo. And while he's following like this woman around, she's basically is talking to him, befriending him. Gets him into like a little private room with all the other agents. Earn is in there networking, doing what he does. We see him goes to the bar. It's pretty funny. He's like, oh, let me get a beer. But then once he found out all he had to do was leave a tip, he basically like, oh, hey, give me the Hennessy. Once he get that Henny, he's still walking around the room. He looks really unprofessional though, in my opinion, when he doesn't have any cards. Because regardless of how big you are, you should at least have a couple cards on you just to, in case you do run into somebody you might know. And he took their cards, everything worked out well. He made a couple connections within the industry. So we see Earn is turning out well. And everything of that nature. Not really too much going on for Earn. Earn is basically just networking. He's still talking to the woman who got him into the VIP area. And once he's at the bar, we see she comes back up to him. She approaches him. She makes a big scene about how he undercut her and was stealing her clients and everything. And basically she's not finished with him, and she's going to make sure everything he does in life is ruined. Now, this is kind of weird, kind of crazy, because obviously he's not the person she was actually looking for. I don't know if she was drunk or whatever, but obviously she mistook him for another person. he took advantage of it at first, and once everything started going south, he basically tried to let her know, like, look, I'm not Alonzo. So you even see that at the end of the episode when he's hanging out with Paperboy again, that he's still looking over his back because he doesn't want to get approached or anything. Now that we're done with him, let's move on to Paperboy. Paperboy had the biggest story this episode. We see he's in the celebrity game. We see he's trying to talk to this reporter. I forget what her name was. Very pretty lady. He's trying to hit on her multiple times, trying to get her to do a story on him, mainly just because he wanted to spend time with her. And we see she don't give him no play the initial time. And after that, we get to see he's on the court. We see, before he gets on the court, we see Justin Bieber walk in. It's extremely, like they know they filed for this. They made like a black guy, a regular black dude, play Justin Bieber. He did all the shenanigans that Justin was in and everything. We see he's just smacking things off. He's calling people bitches left and right. We see in the basketball game, he's breaking ankles and everything. And Paperboy actually kind of hating on Justin. We'll make it pretty funny. And once we actually get on the court, we see Justin is breaking him off. Justin's balling. Paperboy don't like it because, you know, Paperboy, he claimed to be the MVP at the end of he's gonna be the MVP at the end of the game and everything. And we see that when Justin's walking on the court and everything, when forgot what he did something. The Paperboy looked at Lloyd and was like, oh, well, I can't stand him. And Lloyd like, he's hot right now. Well, here's something about it. Like, oh, you're getting too damn soft. I never knew Lloyd was hard or anything. I just know Lloyd for like always loved music, so I don't know if anything else really about Lloyd. But besides that, I still thought it was mad flagrant the way they made Justin Bieber a black dude, and they just made him do random shenanigans. We see that they're balling. We see Paperboy getting fed up with it, and after a while, Paperboy decides he's gonna guard Justin. We see he starts getting real serious about it. He's like blocking the ball. Justin comes back and breaks his ankles. What else? Justin steals the ball from him, and basically on the fast break, and Paperboy basically just comes up and cleans it. I'm like, damn, because that's a run-up foul you gotta fight over. And we see that retarded fight they get into. They're just throwing. Took his shoes off and threw them. They're just rolling around on the court, putting their hands in each other. It's super childish fight. It looked like, bruh. And with that all being said, we see, like, basically the game ends on that note. We see at the after conference, Vern comes back. He's kicking over Paperboy. He's telling them blah blah blah. He didn't see the game. Paperboy like, oh, there's no point of seeing it. We see Justin comes down, apologizes, and he basically uses it just as a way to perform his new hit song. He tells them like, oh, everybody gets shocked when Justin turns his hat around. This is me, the real Justin, whatever. It would have been funny when he turned his hat around. They would have turned it to like a white dude. That would have made it like super. That would have turned like super funny or something like that would have happened. And besides that, we see he's performing the song. We see Paperboy still ain't feeling it. He's like, damn, I can't believe such and such is going on. And then he goes to the reporter again. He got shoot his shot again. Nothing. Like, she turns him down again. Basically tells him like, look, nobody wants Justin to be the bad guy. Nobody wants Justin to be the asshole. But everybody wants you to be the asshole. So just play the part, and you'll basically get some shine. If you're a rapper, just play your role, and everything will work out for you. And that was really all for this episode. But and I forgot this thing with Aaron. We see how unprofessional, not really unprofessional, but when he's getting offered like to work with people, they're like, oh, what are your client interested in? He's like, oh, anything that pays. And we can see that he's like really like a struggling agent or whatever. And it was cool just to see him trying to branch out though. But besides that, we not really too much happened in this episode. It's only 20 minutes, so it's kind of hard to stretch everything out. But that's really what we had. Like, what I liked about this episode, we get to see different like layers. We get to see Aaron actually in the environment trying to do things for his clients. We get to see Paperboy. Obviously, some of the stuff like is horrible not really horrible acting, but sometimes when Paperboy did the crossover, you see people force themselves like basically to get crossed over. That's like my down for it. They could have did better like kind of acting for that. I understand Paperboy probably isn't the most athletic, but they could have did better, man. This is for the basketball scene. And I like that we got actually new Childish Gambino music. The song that Justin Bieber actually performed was actually a Gambino song, so I actually like that. I'm glad we're getting new music from Gambino finally. But besides that, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you heard. If you didn't like, if you think I missed something or you didn't like something I said, just leave it in the comments so we can have a civilized conversation about it. And as always, stay lost. You can follow us on Instagram at lost_culture. Follow us on Twitter at lost_cult_TV. And follow me on Instagram at Saint_Aston. And as always, stay lost. Recap for Power Season 3, Episode 9, I Call the Shots. So this starts off with Paperboy and Earn outside the club. It looks like Paperboy just